Next contest, it is going to be Sacramento taking on the Bucks. 8 o'clock, Milwaukee. The Bucks are minus 14.5, total 227. We saw a 1-point move toward Milwaukee and movement downward on the total. The Bucks opened 13.5 up to minus 14.5. Total opened 227.5 down to 227. 59% are leaning Milwaukee, 71% shaded toward the over. The Kings are plus 820 on the money line. Sacramento winners of their last 3 straight. They're also 6-2 straight up in their last 8. They rank in the top 10 in defensive rebounding, top 10 in shooting the 3-ball on the road. Kings have successfully covered the point spread in 6 out of their last 8. They covered against the likes of Miami, the Clippers, and Minnesota twice during that stretch. Now, Len, Parker, Bagley, they are out indefinitely. Holmes, he's listed as questionable, but we're looking at a Kings team who is led by Buddy Hield, who's averaging 21 points a game, 5 rebounds. De'Aaron Fox, 20 points a game, 7 assists, 2 steals. And Bogdanovic, 15 points a game, 3 boards for Sacramento. They rank in the top 3 in road defensive rebounding. Now, Milwaukee on the other side, George Hill, he's listed as out with a hammy, and Giannis is listed as questionable for tonight's action. So keep an eye on the Greek Freak. Milwaukee, bottom 3 in free throw percentage, 20th in defensive rebounding. The Bucks are 15-12 to the over on their home court. Sacramento, 70% to the over in their last 10. I'm going to lean toward Sacramento, plus 14.5, in the over 227 in that game. Next contest, Jazz taking on the Mavericks, 8:30 Dallas. The Jazz are the 1-point favorite on the road, total at 222. We saw a flip of the line in this one, a little bit of movement toward Utah. We also saw movement upward on the total. The Jazz open as the 1.5-point dog, now the 1-point favorite. Total open 221 up to 222. 73% are leaning Mavericks, 87% shaded toward the over. Utah, 2-0 straight up in their last couple of games. Top 5 in offensive field goal percentage, top 3 in shooting the 3-ball. They're currently in 4th place in the Western Conference at 34-18 overall for the year. And they are 1.5 games ahead of Houston in the conference standings. Now, Utah, top 10 in points allowed, top 5 in defensive rebounding. Don Mitchell, 24 points a game, 4 boards, 4 assists. Bojan Bogdanovic, 21 points a game, 4 rebounds for him. And Rudy Gobert, 16 points a game, 15 rebounds on average for Rudy. He's also averaging 2 blocks per contest. Now, we're looking at a Utah team who ranks in the top 5 in defensive rebounding, top 10 in points allowed on the road. Dallas on the other side, just 1-2 straight up in their last 3. And they've dropped 6 out of their last 9 games as well, playing some lackluster basketball as of late. They rank in the bottom 10 in home offensive field goal percentage. They're also 19th in home defensive rebounding. Out of their 27 games at home this year, they've successfully covered the point spread in just 10 of them. Now, Luka Doncic, he's still out indefinitely. Kristaps Porzingis, he's listed as questionable. He's officially day-to-day. So we may not see him in action tonight as well. Now, Dallas, 4-0 to the over in their last 4 games, 70% to the over in their last 10. I'm going to lean toward another road team. Give me Utah -1 and the over 222 in that contest. Next game, Spurs taking on the Nuggets, 9 o'clock Denver. The Nuggets are -7.5, total 221 and a hook. We saw a 0.5 point fade of Denver and movement upward on the total. The Nuggets open as the 8-point favorite, down to -7.5. Total open 221 up to 221 and a hook. 55% are leaning Denver, 59% shaded toward the over. Right now the Spurs are plus 260 on the money line. Now San Antonio's lost their last 4 straight. They're also just 2-7 straight up in their last 9. They rank in the bottom 10 in points allowed, bottom 10 in defensive 3-point percentage. They're currently in 10th place in the conference at just 22-30 overall for the year, 8 games under 500. Now, a couple more things to add about the Spurs. They are currently in 20th place, they rank 20th in road defensive rebounding. They rank in the bottom 10 in road points allowed as well. They're giving up 116 points per contest away from home. And now they're, 26 games on the road this year. They've been victorious in just 8 of them. 8-18 straight up away from home. Now Denver on the other side, winners of their last 3 straight. They're also 7-2 straight up in their last 9. The Nuggets rank in the top 3 in points allowed, top 10 in defensive rebounding. Nikola Jokic, 21 points a game, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. Jamal Murray, 18 points a game, 5 assists for him. And Will Barton, 15 points a game, 7 boards for Will. They rank in the top 3 in defending the 3-ball, top 3 in points allowed at home. They're currently the 2nd seed in the Western Conference, just 3 games back of the Lakers. They are right behind them, just kind of quietly getting the job done here this year. And Denver, they've always been, reputably good at home. This year is no exception. They are 20-6 straight up on their home court. They're holding their opponents to just 103 points per contest at the Pepsi Center. Now, 4 out of Denver's last 5 games got over the number. San Antonio 3-0 to the over in their last 3. They're also 17-9 to the over when traveling. I'm going to lean toward the home chalk in this one. Give me Denver minus 7.5 and the over 221 and a hook in that game. Next contest, Heat taking on the Warriors. 10:30 Eastern tip-off in Golden State. The Heat are minus 6, total 219 and a hook. We saw a half a point fade of Miami and movement upward on the total. The Heat open as the 6.5 point favorite, down to minus 6. Total open 219 up to 219 and a hook. Now Draymond Green, he's been upgraded to probable, so we should see him in tonight's action. Golden State 3-1 against the spread in their last 4, 60% against the spread in their last 10. They successfully covered the point spread against the likes of the Lakers and Philadelphia. And believe it or not, this Golden State Warriors team, they are 13-12 against the spread on their home court. Now Miami on the other side, losers of their last 3 straight. They also failed to cover the point spread in 6 out of their last 9. The Heat failed to cover against the likes of Portland, Sacramento, and Washington during that stretch. They also ranked in the bottom 10 in road scoring. A couple more things to add about Miami. A little bit banged up here as Butler, Leonard, and Hero are listed as questionable for tonight's action. And out of their 27 road games, they've successfully covered the point spread in just 11 of them. Now Miami is 15-12 to the over when traveling. Golden State 7-2 to the over in their last 9. I'm going to lean Golden State plus 6 and the over 219.5 in that game. All right, next and final matchup for the show, it is going to be Suns taking on the Lakers, 10:30 Los Angeles. The Lakers are minus 12, total 228. We saw a 1-point move toward Los Angeles and movement upward on the total. The Lakers open as the 11-point favorite, up to minus 12. Total open 227, up to 228. 52% are leaning Lakers, 66% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Suns are plus 750 on the money line. And if you like the Suns in this matchup here, just keep in mind they are banged up a little bit. Baines and Saric out. Ayton listed as questionable. Johnson and Comiskey still out indefinitely. Phoenix, bottom 10 in offensive rebounding, bottom 10 in defensive field goal percentage. They've dropped 5 out of their last 6 games. They're also just 30% against the spread in their last 10. Now, Phoenix, they are currently in 13th place in the Western Conference at just 21-32 overall for the year, 11 games under 500. They're currently 6 games back of 8th place in the conference. Lakers on the other side, 17-7 straight up at home. First in offensive field goal percentage, top 10 in scoring. They're averaging 114 points per game. They're also shooting 49% from the field. Now, the Lakers rank in the top 10 in offensive rebounding, top 3 in defensive rebounding. Anthony Davis, 27 points a game, 9 rebounds, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. LeBron James, 25 points a game, 8 rebounds, 11 assists. And Kyle Kuzma, 13 points a game, 4 rebounds for this Lakers team. The Lakers rank in the top 10 in points allowed, top 5 in home defensive field goal percentage. They're allowing 105 points per contest on their home court. That is it. Now, oddly enough, 4 out of the Lakers' last 5 did get over the number. They're also 70% to the over in their last 10. Meanwhile, the Suns on the other side, 60% to the over in their last 5 themselves. I'm going to lean Lakers minus 12 and the over 228 in that contest. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs. Once again, brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage, where once again we had another winning day yesterday, going 3-2 in our 5 premium picks on that site. Shout out to shout out to Chris Boutre, The Rudy, Z-Code System, Bruce Fishkin. Shout out to Guardian Angel, NFL Central, TJL516. Shout out to MJ, Dr. Vidensvig, Ricky Madrano, Auburn 86, Chris Yim, Pyron Schaffler, Ken W, Big Scooby Fan, Lucas Boria, Rocco's Pizza, and last but certainly not least, shout out to CP Incorporated. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. But most importantly, guys, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Monday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you on my website later today on patreon.com/BrockPage.